Quote of the week: nothing of the senses ever satisfies the soul. The only thing that satisfies the soul is thank you, I love you. Welcome everybody, it's Jason Barlow, RMT, and I'm here today as your therapist and as your coach to help you transform your stress, tension, and pain into health, happiness, and vitality. Each week, I like to share an inspiring quote, and this one in particular is coming from Dr. John Demartini. Now, I heard him share this on one of his audio CDs a few years ago, and it's always stuck with me ever since. And now, having since taken some of his training, especially what is known as the breakthrough experience, it was probably about 8 years ago in Calgary. Wow, what a transformational experience that truly was. There were people in the room who'd had all sorts of experiences in life. Yeah, I mean, it goes beyond even, I must admit, call it naivety. That's, what you hear, what you see in the movies and these dramas and shows. And there were people in that room that had those kinds of experiences, very traumatic by all accounts. And Dr. Demartini's experience is helping people to transform those experiences in their life into something that they actually can be grateful for. His entire message is getting people to a space of mind that if somebody had done something bad to them, they visualize imagining this person was in their room with them, sat on their lap, and they could actually say to them, thank you, I love you. That was the transformation that people were able to get through following his program. If they followed what he was teaching, obviously, that it can be very difficult when we have challenges in our life is usually when our mind goes to negativity. Wouldn't you agree? It's almost seemingly like a human instinct to go down that pathway. When things are going well, we got that one covered. We know how to be happy. We know how to be, express our joy and our happiness and delight and our grateful attitude. But what about when things aren't going so well in our life? Just a story I'll share with you. I remember I had finished my degree. My thesis had been published in a peer-reviewed journal. I was a mature student. I was now working as a trainer at the time, so I had a couple of years experience. I'd been working in physiotherapy clinics, and so I had everything what I believed to be a good candidate to attend and go to college or university to become a physiotherapist. That was my dream at that time. And so I had applied to this particular university and put everything in that they requested, and they came back and said, no, you didn't make the cut. And so I reached out to them and said, hey, what do I need to do differently? Like, I'm here to learn. Tell me what I need to do differently. I'd like to reapply a year from now. And their answer was simply, sorry, we're not obliged to share that information with you. Shortly after, my mom shared that there was a massage school in the town that I lived at the time. And so I explored, and I was on that within 2 months. So having been rejected from physiotherapy school, now 2 months later, I was able to get hands-on and start working on the body and massaging muscles and helping people relieve their tension and getting results and getting pain relief. Yeah, I was rejected from that school. Now, again, I could have looked at that as a very negative point in my life and, oh, poor me, and, dramatize that. But I chose to reflect on it differently and pursue another avenue. The bottom line to that one is always listen to your mother. That's the nature of that story for you. And as a result, I started doing the personal training alongside massage and started getting results for people. And within about 12 months, we'd had our first boy and we were married, and we were now looking to come to Canada. Had I started that physiotherapy degree, that would have been a 3-4 year commitment. We probably wouldn't have started the family when we did. We might not have gone into Canada when we did. So that window of opportunity presented itself. I'm a firm believer that things are meant to work out the way that they're meant to, and that ultimately it's our attitude towards those events and experiences in life. And Dr. Demartini's quote here is, thank you, I love you. Whatever it is, whatever that's going on in our life, we don't ever seemingly feel completely fulfilled in the sense of using that word sense, in our senses, right? What we taste, what we smell, what we touch, temporarily it satiates us, but it never gives us a lasting feeling of happiness and health and joy. And so if we can now start to shift our mindset to be grateful for even the bad stuff that's happening to us in our life, wow, then we got it covered, because now it doesn't matter whether it's good stuff or bad stuff coming our way, whatever those experiences look like for us, we just have a very different attitude towards them. And as a result, we can say, thank you, I love you for those experiences, because we're now starting to see the balance that actually comes up. There's always benefits to whatever has gone on in our experiences. There always is. We just very much cover them up and don't focus on them. We tend to dwell and focus on all the negativity that comes with that experience, negative experience that we've had in life. If instead we can choose to change our mind frame and our mindset from, woe is me and poor me and, look at all the bad stuff that's coming, and say, okay, well, there's got to be a silver lining somewhat. What does that look like, and how can I shift my mindset? And just even by starting to reaffirm that idea in your mind of thank you, I love you, thank you, I love you, just repeating that in our own mind can actually help us to guide and shift to this new perspective and attitude that's actually going to support us and bring more health, more happiness, more healing, regardless of what it is that's going on. Experiences are simply that, as Dr. Demartini says, they are experiences. It's what we then label them as that is determining how we carry that forward. What's happened 10 years ago is done. We cannot change it. We cannot undo it. We can shift the way that we look at it and learn from it and grow from it. And it's ultimately, it's your choice. It's your decision. Do you want to carry that weight around with you, or are you ready to let it go and unleash yourself so that you can have more health, happiness, and vitality, which is what you actually truly want anyway, if you check. Thank you for joining me. I hope you found that benefit today. Remember this quote, reaffirm it throughout your day. I hope you even make a journal. I've shared lots of quotes with you over the number of weeks I've been doing this podcast series. So go back and check out some of the other quotes that I put out there for you. In the comments below, I've shared with you Dr. Demartini's website, where you can go and find out more information about his great programs, audio CDs. I highly recommend to go check out his breakthrough experience. The book alone is very powerful, but if you get a chance to go in person and attend, especially if Dr. Demartini is teaching it, I would highly recommend for you to do that. Remember, you can also still get my free digital book, the 15-Step Playbook for Pain Relief. I share more about how to change your mindset in the very beginning of my book in steps numbers 1 through 3. Remember, we have 4 controls. That is our mindset, our physical body, that is our food and nutrition, and also our rest and recovery. And that's the essence of my 15-Step Playbook. Thank you for joining me. And remember, your muscle health is my #1 priority. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.